Hello, Alden Alternate here with the amazing Tracy Corman, and together we are the Fiddly Gigglers, and we are presenting the amazing Animal Action Christmas Comedy Music Extravaganza tomorrow night at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters, and we're doing an online version live stream as well for those around the world who want to join us. It is going to be awesome. Tracy, so great to have you here.
Hey, Aldwin, Fiddly, or is it Giggly?
Yeah, we do get a little bit confused on that one. Sometimes we're fiddly and sometimes we're giggly, and sometimes we just fiddle.
Depends on the day.
That's right. Depends how we're feeling. It's all about the mood, getting in the mood.
It's the mood. It's the mood. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's right. Oh,
you're naughty thing.
Your naughty thing. Your naughty thing. Oh, it's so exciting. We had a fantastic get together today out at Healing Hooves Inc. with some of our performers and comedians. I'm so excited about tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome. It's the first time in 3 years that either the Gold Coast Business Laughter Club or Animal Action Events have come together to do an in-person event since that crazy pandemic, spamdemic, COVID crap that's been going on the last few years, and it continues. It's kind of quite laughable, actually. It's almost a comedy show watching the mainstream media nowadays. I don't know about you, Tracy, but I find it hilarious what's going on in the mainstream news. I think, do these people really think we're stupid? Like, do they really think we're going to buy all this shit? But actually, 80-20 rule, 80% of people out there, unfortunately, we've got a lot of num-nums. And the num-nums, you know who you are.
Yeah, baby.
That's correct. All the num-nums know who they are. But we know at the Animal Action events and at the Gold Coast Business Laughter Club, we do not attract num-nums. We attract conscious entrepreneurs. We attract people who are out to shift the world from heart space, from a loving, loving place. So even the num-nums out there, I send you love, num-nums. I send you love. You know who you are. Okay, so let's not go down that path right now. Let's talk about the animal action.
What gets me, Aldwin, is all the lies on mainstream media. I mean, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
That's what gets me. That's what has me laughing now, is all the lies on mainstream media.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And
anyway.
Actually, exactly. And if there's anything on the mainstream media that they say, we must do this for your safety, that in itself, it's always about, it's for your safety. We are going to kill you, but it's for your safety. It's kind of like how stupid do they think we are? Like, do they really think we're going to buy all this crap? Now, I've worked in the media over 20 years as a photojournalist. In fact, I was talking to my old friend Leon Delaney today. Leon Delaney actually emceed the first Animal Action event we did back in 2007 on the Gold Coast. And Leon, God bless him, he's been living in Canberra. He's now working as a reporter on two double C or two triple C, I think he said. I don't know. It was one of those in Canberra. He's working on radio in Canberra. And we were having a great discussion because there was a lot that we didn't agree on. Now, he had completely bought the mainstream media line, right? And he's completely bought all the mainstream media has said, and, that's all for our safety, that we need to get the jab and we need to wear masks and we need to, and I really hope that Leon lives a long life. However, we've seen a lot of people have not, unfortunately, who've towed the party line, have thought they've done the right thing for people, and they're doing the right thing for themselves, and they're doing, because he actually has had COVID for 3 weeks. He's been sick. And I said, did you get the jab, Leon? And he said, yes, I did. And I said, isn't that interesting? Isn't it, everyone I know who's been getting COVID lately has had the jab. Now, I find that very, very interesting. Now, I haven't had the jab myself. If you do choose to have it yourself, that's your choice, my friends. However, my dad, my whole family have had the jab. Okay, they've all chosen to have the jab, right? My parents had 2 jabs. Now they're refusing to get any more because my dad got shingles. He's 84 years of age. He had the shot in the left arm, and he got shingles right down that side of the body. He couldn't sleep for about a week. He ended up in hospital, never had shingles his whole life. And shingles is one of the biggest side effects of the jab. Now, isn't that interesting? And so now that that's happened to him, and as much as I warned him, I said, Dad, don't do it, showed him all sorts of videos and evidence that you won't see in the mainstream media, my friends. You won't see it in the mainstream media. And, I was speaking to Leon today, and I said, Leon, don't you think it's interesting that we've had all these fact checkers come out of the woodwork on Facebook and YouTube, all these fact checkers coming out of the woodwork? I said, if there's nothing to hide, why the censorship, Leon? Why the censorship? And he couldn't answer me. He couldn't. And I said, Leon, have you seen the Out of Shadows documentary? I said, look, I respect your opinion, Leon. I really do. And I just invite you to question things, Leon. As a person in the media, he goes, I know I am the media. And I said, yes, I'm the media too, my friend. And I said, most of my content nowadays goes on BitChute and Rumble because I've been censored on Facebook. I've been censored on YouTube. I did a video about 5G on my balcony showing how dangerous it was. And YouTube told me it wasn't correct. They seemed to know more of what was going on my balcony in Southport than I did. And I find this very, very interesting. And I know we're here to talk about the Animal Action Night. And what I'd like to say is what I can tell you for sure, the people that are coming to the Animal Action Night tomorrow night, these are conscious, aware people. We are talking about 20% who are consciously aware out there. It's 80-20 rule. It's not about everyone getting this, right? Everyone's on their own journey. And I must say, it is much easier to bury your head in the sand than actually believe what alternative views will tell you, because it's easy to believe what the government says, that they're actually here for your own safety. They actually really do care about you. We're just going to tax you to the hilt, right? Just give us 80% of your income, work your butt off. You might one day get a pension if you're lucky. We love you. We really love you. You just keep being our slave and we'll love you forever, right? This is the government. Okay, now I know I'm on a bit of a rant here. However, I just find this very, very interesting that a lot of people are still choosing to buy the mainstream media propaganda, the brainwashing, the media programming, the channeling that we've had through the television for years. People are still buying it. And I'm also finding a lot of people are also not buying it. A lot of people are aware. And it's not about everybody getting this. This is about critical mass. We're always going to have the yin yang of life. We're always going to have the dark and the light forces out there, right? And I know most people come from a loving place, I'm sure. Most people want to do the best for themselves and for humanity and for their families. And it's by becoming aware that you empower yourselves, my friends. You empower yourselves by becoming aware about what's going on in the world. So there you go. I'm going to take a breath now.
yes. And good on you, Dal, for standing up for us, because my goodness, we do need it. We do need it. And, you know, for those who are on the fence, don't know what to believe anymore, that's a wonderful place to be. When you don't know what to be anymore, believe anymore, that's a wonderful place to be. So yes.
Yeah. And look,
have a
at the end of
listen have a listen to the people who are suggesting that you check out all the information that they're sharing, as opposed to what the mainstream media is wanting you to believe.
Yeah, I just say question everything. And the good news is, from that conversation, I said, Leon, look, I love you, Leon. You're a friend. We've been friends for 20 years. I love you regardless of your opinion, right? And regardless of what you believe to be true. Because Leon's been working in the media day in, day out. He's been, he's been receptive of all this media propaganda since eons. I've stepped out of the mainstream media game. I left my position as a Sun newspaper's reporter back in 2005. So I've, been on my own in business now for 20 years. And so I haven't been maybe so subjected to the mainstream media propaganda as Leon has. The good news is he is open to watching the documentary Out of Shadows. He's open to watching it. I said it's done by two Hollywood stunt guys. The very first line in Out of Shadows is, why do we believe what we believe? Why do we believe what we believe? And he was very curious about that. He wants to see the documentary. And so let's just see if he actually watches the documentary and what his opinion is going to be after watching that documentary. And if you haven't seen it, there is a link to it in the Conscious Community Global Facebook group. You'll see a link to that documentary. It's been banned all over the place, however, and the fact checker thing will come up, but you can still go see link. You just click on see link underneath. And I highly recommend, if you're watching this right now, go ahead and watch that Out of Shadows documentary. It had at least 10 million views in a month and got taken off a whole lot of platforms. And I said to Leon, if there's nothing to hide, why the censorship? I said, if you had cancer, wouldn't you look at every little bit of information out there about cancer? If you had cancer, wouldn't you want to know everything about cancer? You wouldn't just go and listen to the doctors and get chemo, because we know that more people die from treatment of cancer than from the frigging cancer itself. We know that. So wouldn't you do your own research? And wouldn't you look into something like Cancer, the Forbidden Cures? Wouldn't you watch that documentary and see all these treatments of cancer that have come out over time that have been shut down by pharmaceuticals? Wouldn't you, pharmaceutical companies, wouldn't you question who the hell is profiting from this? Who the hell is profiting from this information? Follow the money trail and watch the Thrive documentaries as well. Highly recommend. So I'm going to put that Conscious Community global Facebook group link in here, and you will absolutely blow your mind with what's in here. Now, this is not about having you live in fear and having you worry about anything in the world, because everything is in divine order. And I am so grateful I'm here on the planet at this exciting time in history where we have massive changes going on in the world. We have had corruption for years, and now people are starting to question more and more, because we're seeing more and more BS, more and more crap going through the mainstream media and everywhere else. People are questioning it. And I applaud you. I applaud you, the truth seekers and the truth speakers out there who are doing your bit, regardless of other people's opinions. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Please, though, I invite you to make an informed opinion and actually do your own research beyond the main.
I think they're wise words, Aldwyn.
And beyond the mainstream media and beyond the main social media channels as well. Go to other places like BitChute, Rumble, Brand YouTube, Telegram. There's lots of different Signal, lots of different places you can go and get alternative information to what we're seeing in the mainstream media. And I must say, talking to people at the Animal Action who are coming along tomorrow night, we have a lot of aware people coming along, and you know who you are. And I'm so excited about the people coming along tomorrow night, because we have some very cool, conscious truth seekers and truth speakers coming who are so inspiring and so extraordinary. And just to give you a little sneak peek of the lineup of who we've got. Now, we've got 5 comedians. We have Denzo, we have Cleo Sullivan, we have Dean Sheeran, we have Jade Lucas, and we have Johnny Winter, our 5 comedians. We also have amazing Native American Cherokee Bobby Running Fox. He's amazing. He's going to do some phenomenal stuff. Glenn Barry's going to play didgeridoo and do an acknowledgement to country. Alana Fitzgerald, she is awesome. She's going to be presenting her Hanky Panky Band with Sharon and a few others. We've got the ABBA tribute experience. We are going to be dancing the night away to ABBA tomorrow night. And we have Janice Burt, who's going to be speaking on behalf of Healing Hooves Inc., which is one of our charities tomorrow night. And then, of course, Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out. Now, Tracy, can you share a bit about your history with Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out and how important that cause is for the homeless?
Yes, I've been supporting Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out since 2015 and participant since 2016, I recall. And every year on the coldest night of the year, CEOs around Australia sleep out in the cold, fundraising for the homeless. And the Vinnie CEO Sleep Out is the signature event now for Vinnie's. And 9.3 last, doing wonderful work for the homeless, because I have seen it firsthand. A building in Southport and a facility in Brisbane, for example. I have seen these buildings myself, and the Vinnie CEO Sleep Out. It's an extraordinary event and wonderful fundraiser for the homeless.
Fantastic. And it's quite a big thing on the Gold Coast. There's 200 or so people that sleep out at is it the Carrara Stadium? They go.
It is Carrara Stadium. I need to check the figure to see how many. I can't remember. Actually, I think last year we may have had 650 people.
Okay. 650 people. Wow. Okay, so just slightly more than 200. Let's get our figures right. This is alternative media we've got here. Okay, let's get the facts right. Okay. Anyways, hundreds of people, right? Hundreds of people.
Oh, hundreds. Yes.
Hundreds. Just on the Gold Coast. And Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out happens all over the place, right?
It's Australia-wide. It's the coldest night of the year, Australia-wide, sleeping out in the cold, on your cardboard, with your sleeping bag. That's it.
Amazing. Wow. I'd love to do it with you actually one of these years, Tracy. Maybe next year we can do it together.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll have you come along and join me. Yes, that'd be excellent. Fantastic. Yeah.
That would be cool. I'd love to do that. Yeah. I'd love to do
because,
that.
You know, Aldwyn, there's in excess of 120,000 people who are homeless who will be sleeping out tonight, who are homeless at the moment. And I mean, in 2023, really, to have that happening, I find that, quite odd. But there's some wonderful things happening for the homeless. the last couple of
Yeah.
years in particular. Yeah.
Yeah, and some people say, look, there's no reason for any Australians to be homeless because we have the government that pays Centrelink and, you know, pays people money in Australia, whereas many parts of the world, the government doesn't pay any money. They also tax us to the hilt here in Australia. We're one of the highest tax countries in the world. And a lot of that money goes back to, you know, to people that have issues, you know, whether it's mental issues. There's a lot of people with mental issues struggling out there at the moment. And a lot of homeless too, there's all sorts of different situations. It can be relationship breakups, and I know a lot of homeless are over 50s women that have maybe had relationship breakups and they've just, for whatever circumstance, you know, there's been a housing crisis. So, you know, I know on the Gold Coast, like we seem to have half of Melbourne and Sydney moving to the Gold Coast at the moment, and I don't blame them after all the stupid lockdowns they've had down there since COVID. You know, in fact, I just spoke to a guy today, came up from Melbourne, can't find anywhere to live. Can't find anywhere to live on the Gold Coast, and they're reaching out. And you know, I'm sure many parts of the world there's also that issue. And actually, last night I was in South Bank in Brisbane. South Bank, I actually saw Mary Poppins the movie, which was the show, the Mary Poppins show at QPAC at the Lyric Theatre. It was amazing, fantastic show.
Yes.
Highly recommended if you guys get a chance to see it. And I walked out of there, and it was quite a busy sort of area in South Bank, a lot of restaurants and things going on, and I was shocked to see this guy. It was only about 10 o'clock at night, and there was a guy just curled up there, homeless, just curled up in the corner of one of the shops out in a busy area, and he had no blanket. He just had his clothes on, and I thought, oh, I just felt so sorry for him. I just thought, this is just shocking. You know, this is really, really tragic. And, you know, anything we can do to help the homeless, I think is a really great cause. And the Healing Hooves Inc., they are amazing as well. Healing Hooves. Now, we were just out there today. They have 10 horses there in Nerang. It's on Beaudesert Nerang Road, 231 Beaudesert Nerang Road. You can go and see these horses. And some of them have sight issues. Some of them maybe have leg issues. And that they're horses that would have otherwise have been put down. And they take them in and give them a forever home at this beautiful sanctuary. And it costs them about $4,000 a month to actually just feed the horses, just look after them for that month for the 10 horses. And they get no government funding, right? No government funding. In fact, Black Swan Lake, you know, the Gold Coast Turf Club or the Aquas Club, they were renting that whole Black Swan Lake area from the council for $1 a year. Now, how can the turf club with racing horses, etc., which is a totally commercial place, how can the council charge them $1 a year, and yet the Healing Hooves Horse Sanctuary, they charge them hundreds of dollars, right? Every month or whatever it is. They charge them a hell of a lot more than they did this commercial play. And this is the thing, there's a lot of corruption in government. There's a lot of corruption in council, in all levels of government. Councils are corrupt in itself anyway. Council, state government, federal government, there's a lot of corruption within council. And now more and more we're seeing people come back to their sovereign rights. We're seeing people come back to the common law. We're coming back to actually uniting, working together, rather than this fear-driven divide and rule that the mainstream media will have us live in. And the more you live in fear, my friends, the more you live in fear, the more that you do things because you think it's going to keep you safe, right, which is actually fear-based, right, because actually we are safe anyway just by being here and being alive, and you're never actually alone, right? We are never alone. We always have spirit, or we always have angels, I believe, with us. We always have support with us. Whatever your you know, religious beliefs, is not about religions. This is a spiritual belief I have, is that we are never alone. We are never alone. There is always support for us, and we actually born out of love. We are born out of love, right? Everyone was born from an orgasm. Now let's just comprehend that for a second. Everyone was born from an orgasm, right? Generally. Okay, actually, they may not have been born from, because you can ejaculate, I think, without an orgasm, can't you? I think. Anyway, not too sure about that. But look, there was a loving act that happened somewhere in there which actually led to 1 billion swimmers coming out and running for the finish line. You are actually 1 in a billion by being born, and most likely there was an orgasm there somewhere. Right? Most
hey,
likely.
Auckland, do you want to hear about the prizes?
Oh yes, let's talk about the raffle prizes. Nice segue. Let's go over to the raffle prizes.
Sorry, what was your point there?
My point is that instead of coming from fear, come from love, because we are from love anyway. We are from love anyway, right? Because, you know, most people just want orgasms. So, you know, whatever it is that you want to do to make yourself happy, you go ahead and do that. I do think it's important. And
naughty thing.
Yes, exactly. You naughty thing. And
would you like to hear the prizes for Sunday night?
Yes. Yes. Give me a Y. Give me an E. Give me an S. Yeah!
I would love to hear the raffle prizes. What have we got for the raffle prizes? We've got thousands of dollars raffle prizes coming up tomorrow night.
We have got thousands of dollars worth of raffle prizes for tomorrow night, the Animal Action fundraiser, supporting the homeless and healing hooves for the beautiful horses. We've got 2 tickets for the free publicity master class, Secrets Masterclass, valued at $197. We've got an in-depth media consultation valued $997 with you, Media Queen. We've got an hour-long massage, Skyrocket Your Success ticket, a 1-day workshop. We've got compatibility matches and possible introduction for the singles with Two's Company, a gift voucher for online styling consultation with a professional color and stylist. We've got blueprint creation planning sessions with Karen Clark. They're valued at $450. There's 3 of those vouchers. We've got a Bridge to Animal Consciousness book by Annie Burke, a copy of that book. We've got Get Your Sass Back breakthrough session with Foxy Eloise. That's at $297. And we've got a reading, Aldwin, with the Flower Man, David Laws, as well.
Awesome. And there are some more prizes potentially coming as well. So that's just a sneak peek at some of the raffle prizes. Of course, all the money is going to the 2 causes, Healing Hooves Inc. and Vinnie's CEO's Sleep Out. Everyone is donating their time. Thank you so much. And a special shout out to a beautiful man called Darren Vasello. Darren Vasello has come on board. He's going to be doing some filming for us. He's sponsored the videography. He's going to do a promo clip for us from the night. So big shout out and big thank you to Darren Vasello for coming on board for the videography as well. Really appreciate that. And it is going to be a fantastic night. Now, if you are not on the Gold Coast, if you're not able to get to the Gold Coast tomorrow night, 7 to 11 p.m. So wherever you are in the world, if you just go forward 12 hours plus another 2 hours, so 14 hours forward, we're starting in 14 hours from now. Okay, 14 hours. Is that right? 24. No, my maths isn't that great. Hang on. 26 hours from now. Is that right? 24 hours from now will be 5 p.m.?
Yes.
Because 12 hours is 5 a.m. Yeah, so 26 hours from now, if you can work that out, okay, just to complicate things. So 7 p.m. Queensland time tomorrow night, we're going to start 7 till 11 p.m. And you can just rock up at the door. You can get tickets at the door for $65 at the door, or online. They are also available on Eventbrite. So I'm going to pop that link in the comments right now to get your ticket. If you can't attend physically, we do have a live stream option. I know we've got some people coming from Belgium and around the world to hop on the live stream. And so if you do want to support it on the live stream, it's going to be an awesome event. The entertainment alone will be worth going to. And we've kept the ticket pricing as reasonable as possible for you so that money won't be an excuse for you to attend this. It really is going to be a brilliant event.
The entertainment lineup's fantastic, Aldwin.
Yeah, it'll be absolutely brilliant. So there it is. It's all in there. There's the Animal Action Events Facebook page. We've got all the details there. Now, the last 2 events we did as live streams online, we had people like Nenny Carolina Chasen came from Los Angeles. We had Fred Zerfus, who's a phenomenal guy. He performed from Melbourne. He did his Things with Friend event last year. So you can check all that out, the Animal Action Events Facebook page. Look for this little tiger here. And if you go in there, you can watch a 5-hour live stream we did last year. And last year we raised funds for SEQ Canine Rescue. And that was to raise funds for this amazing charity that rescues dogs from death row. Did you know that if dogs are collected on the streets and they're taken to a council pound, the council will actually put the dogs down? If they're not collected within 2 to 7 days, the council will kill the dog off. And in fact, a whole lot of dogs were killed during COVID because they thought it was unsafe to keep the dogs through COVID, which is just crazy, right? Insane. Anyway, this amazing charity has rescued nearly 2,000 dogs and rehomed them, which would have otherwise been killed from these council pounds. So that was our cause the last 2 years. So a huge shout out there to SEQ Canine Rescue. This year, of course, we've got Healing Hooves Inc. plus the Vinny CEO Sleep Out. And special announcement for next year, just announced, we are next year, save the date, the 8th of October. Next year, we are going to be doing a fundraiser for guess which animal? Guess which animal? Pop in the chat. What do you think? Which animal are we going to do next year?
Drum roll.
Drum roll, drum roll, da 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 da. Drum roll. Which animal do you think? Which animal? Which animal? Okay, shall I break the news? I'm sure it's one you would. I'm sure it's one you would not guess. We are doing a fundraiser for guinea pigs. Yay! Guinea pigs. You'll never believe it. Today we were doing the media call for the Animal Action Night at the Healing Hoof Sanctuary. Just before I was going to leave, we just finished all our photos. We finished all the videos. I was just heading off to the bathroom, and then I saw this big display. It was like a little market stand sort of thing going. I thought, I'll go check out what's going on here. Well, it turns out it was the Gold Coast Rescue Association for guinea pigs. And I had no idea that there was even a group for guinea pigs rescue on the Gold Coast. And then they said, there's thousands of people that they buy guinea pigs for their kids, and then the kids get bored with them, and then all these poor guinea pigs get left out in the wild, or people kill them in really inhumane ways. And so next year, because the guinea pig people are morning people, right? Because they get woken up by the guinea pigs very early, apparently. The guinea pigs, they were all very quiet today. They had a whole lot of guinea pigs there at Nerang today. And they were the cutest little things. And so we are going to raise funds for this amazing Gold Coast guinea pig rescue next year. And also there's a few other charities around guinea pigs. So we're going to hear from guinea pig experts next year. We're going to have a similar setup. We'll have performers, we'll have stalls, we'll have a whole lot of really fun stuff. So it'll be Animal Action Day for guinea pigs on the 8th of October. It'll be a Sunday. It's during World Animal Week as well, which is from the 4th to the 10th of October. And we're doing another collaboration with the Gold Coast Business Laughter Club. Yay! We're going to have comedians there. We're going to have performers. Fiddly Gigglers will be back in the house. We are going to be emceeing the event. Watch this space. And it's going to be absolutely awesome. So check out the Gold Coast Guinea Pig Rescue. This is their link right here. Gold Coast Guinea Pig Rescue. Check it out. And I'll pop the links in there too for Healing Hooves and also for the Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out. I'll just pop them in the comments as well now. Now, Tracy, anything else you want to share? We will wrap up. We're going to run off to a conscious event tonight, a conscious trivia event with conscious people, right? Conscious people who have chosen not to bury their head in the sand and have chosen to come out and be fully self-expressed around what is going on in the world. Yes, a very exciting times we're in right now. I'm very grateful to be alive at this very exciting time in history. I know there's been a lot of atrocities and a lot of crimes against humanity that have happened in the last 2 years, absolutely atrocious crimes against humanity. However, mark my words, karma is a bitch, my friends. Karma always comes back to some of these evil, evil people out there, and I don't know how some people can live with how they do life. I honestly don't. There's pedophiles, there's all sorts of dark activity, child sexual abuse. What about all the missing kids? All these missing kids that just go missing. Like all these kids that were maybe in refuges or shelters and suddenly they just disappear. No one says anything. How interesting. Next thing we hear about child sacrifices, right? And it's all happening, my friends. It is absolutely happening. There are rituals that happen a few times a year with some of these elite in the world, these very evil elite. Check it out for yourself. This is not conspiracy theory stuff. In fact, anytime you hear the word conspiracy, mark my words that most things that you might have thought a conspiracy have actually been proven to be true. Okay, they've actually been. So the biggest conspiracy we're seeing is actually what we're seeing in the mainstream news right now. That's the biggest conspiracy going on right now. And I say that as a former journalist and someone who has, I guess been fortunate in many ways to have worked behind the scenes to see how it operates behind the scenes. And I can tell you there are definitely hidden agendas going on. And I do encourage you to question everything. If you want to live empowered during these times when it seems like the world is falling apart with chaos everywhere, right? If you want to have an empowered life, then it's important that you do your own research, that question everything, right? If something doesn't feel right in your gut, then most likely it's telling you something, right? Most likely it's telling you something. So for anyone out there with COVID right now, I would say most of you probably had the jab, and my heart goes out to you now. Thankfully, we have a whole lot of people that are working to reverse the effects of the jab right now. And in fact, some of them are going to be there tomorrow night at the Animal Action Night. So if you can attend in person, we can introduce you personally to people who can help you actually reverse the effects of the jab, because I know a lot of people didn't want to get it. They got it because they wanted to travel, or they wanted to see family in nursing homes, or they wanted to go to restaurants. right, which basically was locked down for about 3 months here on the Gold Coast. So people did it because they wanted their freedom, right? And then they regretted it. In fact, one of my friends said, I wish I didn't do it. I'm now getting heart palpitations. I'm getting all sorts of health issues. And this is the thing, it's Russian roulette, right? You may be okay, but you may not be. And what I'm finding, more and more people who I'm hearing have had COVID lately, they've all had the jab. I don't know anyone actually lately who's had COVID who hasn't had the jab. So just, it's just interesting to notice that. Is it coincidence? Is it coincidence? I don't think so. I think it's, and it's interesting, talking to Leon today, it was very interesting chatting with Leon, because he said, oh, well, if I didn't have the jab, it would have been worse, most likely. I would have got an even worse COVID, right? That's that, and that's the mainstream line, my friends. It's like you have bought it hook, line, and sinker, my friend. And yes, he's in the media, and I'm in the media too, and I respect his opinion. And I'm sure once he watches Outer Shadows, he might have a bit of a different opinion on what's going on in the world. So yes, thank you so much for joining us. All the lovely comments here. Thank you so much from Alberta, Canada. Miles Lowe from Alberta. Good to see you, Miles. Thank you for joining us. He says, yes, I'm constantly I'm constantly eating my popcorn as I watch the mainstream media, right? Media manipulate. Indeed, they do. Mainstream media is more of entertainment media, at least to me nowadays. Yeah, I get it. Hello, Manish. Good to see you. Hello to both of you. Hello, Manish. Lovely to see you. If you've just joined us, let us know, where are you joining us from and what are you grateful for today? We also have the Global Good News Challenge happening anytime through December. You can do a 12-day challenge sharing gratitude and good news and help to lift your energy, lift the energy on the planet. Because as much as there's crap going on in the world, things can always be worse, my friends. Things can always be worse. And I'm so grateful that I'm alive right now. We haven't got bombs going off outside. We haven't got people shooting each other down in the street, here in Australia at least, right? So there's many parts of the world where we're actually, it's a lot better than it was during war times, okay? And there's a different kind of war going on at the moment. It's a bit of a psychological war. There's definitely a mental war. There's a health war going on at the moment. And I do believe this is all about control, much more about control than it is about health. Okay, and we're seeing digital IDs being rolled out. We're seeing the one world, the whole one world government, and this is definitely about control. They want to monitor everything. There have been so many cameras go up during lockdown, so many 5G towers go up during lockdown, right? It's very interesting to notice, my friends. Big Brother, it's really popular to have cameras on you all over the place, and in fact, it's even trendy now to have cameras watching you everywhere you turn, right? Yes, facial recognition technology. It's all happening. It's all happening. And it's quite a rabbit hole. And the thing is sometimes when you watch this information, it can be quite upsetting. And the thing is to actually, I encourage you to move through that and to actually be grateful for actually knowing the information. It's better to know than not know, I believe, because that way you can make an informed choice for yourself and your family and for your own safety, my friends, for your own safety. You may actually even live longer if you do your own research. Okay. So, yes, that's my bit on that. Anything else you want to add to that, Tracy?
No, nothing else to add there. I just think that it's important, people, to check out other facts and to listen to what others are saying. Why are they saying what they're saying? Why is all the other information available? And so definitely want to check it out instead of saying, I don't want to know, or to realize that, okay, if there's all this other information existing, then there is obviously something else going on. So perhaps you could think of it that way. If you actually don't want to know what's going on, realize that there's something else going on. Because I get it. Some people don't want to know. It's painful to know. Well, if that's the case, realize that, okay, there's other things going on. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does. Thank you so much for sharing that. Beautiful Tracy, the other half of the fiddly gigglers, sometimes fiddly, sometimes giggly. We do swap and change around. And Ken Kleinberg is with us in the house. Ken, I am so sorry. I thought Facebook user was Miles Lowe from Alberta, Canada. So as you're watching this, there will be somewhere at the top of the stream that will say allow StreamYard to see your comments. Okay, so if you just click that, then we'll be able to see that it's actually you. you're commenting from your phone as Facebook user. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, Ken. Now, Ken Kleinberg is my co-host with the Total Truth Show. And if you haven't checked that out yet, we had a great episode there about the truth of what's really going on in the world. That got immediately slapped on YouTube, got taken off YouTube. And so that's now up on BitChute and Rumble. And we've now done about 14 episodes, I believe. We've done some awesome shows. The last one, we did The Truth About the Truth. That was a fantastic show as well. Went for about 2 hours. Oh, that's so much good content on there. So check that out, the Total Truth Show. We are on Facebook as well. I'll pop that comment in there. And if you've got any links you'd like to share, how people can connect with you, beautiful Tracy.
They will find me on Facebook, Tracy with an E, Corman with a K. And for the singles, it's choosecompany.com.au.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so we're putting the Global Good News Challenge one in there right now. Do you have any links? Do you want to put a link in there, Tracy, for us there? And I also have some events I'm running in the new year. We've got a Skyrocket Your Success in 2023 event. We're giving away a ticket to that actually tomorrow night. We've got a one-day event in Brisbane on January 7, plus a brand new event I'm launching next year called From Secret to Star, How to Build Your Fame, Fortune, Freedom, and Leave a Legacy with Conscious Mass Media. Brand new event next year. And we also have the Free Publicity Secrets Masterclass. We're giving away a ticket to that one as well. And that is going to be $197 worth, as well as the Skyrocket Your Success is actually $297 worth. We actually have early bird tickets online at the moment for those who are in the Southeast Queensland area who would like to join us. We're going to do vision boards, and you'll be there, Tracy. We're going to do vision boards. We're going to do clearing exercise. We're going to get you out there. We're going to set some amazing goals for the year ahead. January 7 in Brisbane with the amazing Lorna Buckland, who was given 3 months to live by doctors 41 years ago. How about that, hey? Don't believe what the doctors tell you, my friends. All right, get some look at some other information there as well. And Ken Kleinberg, my wonderful co-host, he also has the Patriot Fat Fighter Ken podcast as well. So you might want to check that one out. He's amazing. You'll find us also, we've got our shows on Anchor and on Spotify and the podcast channels as well. You'll see it there. Now, interestingly, I was talking about common law, so I'll just pop this link in here for you. This is a very interesting common law-Australia. You might want to check that one out as well. commonlaw-australia.com. That'll tell you a little bit more about common law and how you can empower yourself around the BS that's going on in the legal system. And the Total Truth Show, we have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Total Truth Show. Here we are, that one there. And then we'll share your one. Now, Tooth's Company is awesome. 27 years is it this year, Tracy, Tooth's Company?
It is 27 years this year.
Amazing. That is longer than a lot of marriages. That is extraordinary. And going strong, I believe. Over 200, how many weddings now?
212. I just found out about another wedding last week. It was actually a wedding that we didn't know about. And this couple, I've actually posted a picture of their wedding, and then 16 years later, they are blissfully happy. And I've actually shared a post with their testimonial on my Facebook page. A beautiful photo. You look at this photo and you can see how happy this couple are together. It's really beautiful.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, well, that's beautiful. I love how you share the love. And, I've even had to go at outsourcing my relationship situation, because it took me 7 years to commit to a man up until January. And that lasted a whole 10 months. I was so excited about that one. However, it did end a few months ago, and I'm back on the dating trail. And so tomorrow night with the Fiddly Gigglers, we are going to share some of the dating experiences that have been happening in that time. Can you believe I got stood up the other day? Oh, my gosh. Anyway, we'll be talking more about this tomorrow night. So stay tuned for those joining us for the Fiddly Gigglers Act. There's going to be a whole lot of fun. And thank you so much for Tooth's Company for supporting so many of the animal action events. I think have you been to all of them, Tracy, or you missed maybe one?
Most of them.
You've been to most of the animal action, most of the animal action events.
I think. I was
Fantastic.
not well timed.
Fantastic. Well, we actually have the first one. We have a video on YouTube of the very first Animal Action Day. You can actually look it up. Just go Animal Action Day. It's a 5-minute promo video, and that will show you where it all began. And it's all about awareness, appreciation, respect for animals. We've had some phenomenal events, over 30 performers and speakers at some of the events. We did 7 free day events on the Gold Coast at different venues. Then we did about 6 night events. Then we did some online, and now we're back to the physical events. So that's pretty much how it's run with the Animal Action events. And I'm so grateful for the phenomenal performers and speakers. Once again, huge shout out to all of our supporters this year. Thank you so much for everyone who's donated a raffle prize. It's a massive effort to put this event together, and we have had such beautiful generosity from some of our people. A special thanks to Denzo for putting together all the comedians, bringing them all together, for Alana Fitzgerald for bringing all of the performers together. Bobby Running Fox also has been a great supporter for many years. Len Morgan, who's going to be playing flute, he's also been at quite a few of our events in the past as well. And for you, Tracy, you're putting together all the raffle prizes. You've been doing so much behind the scenes as well. Thank you so much for your contribution. And to the Fiddly Gigglers.
Yes.
Fiddly Gigglers, my little yes
Oh,
button.
yes.
Yes, you are awesome.
You naughty thing.
You naughty thing. And I know you can be naughty too sometimes. You can be very naughty. And however, we do have a nice button too.
Nice work.
Nice work. There we go. And Wonder Woman is in the house, and that's the main thing right now. So thank you so much for joining us. Anything else you'd like to share? Miss Tracy Corman, the other half of the Fiddly Gigglers, the partner in
Just
shine.
looking forward to seeing everyone have a wonderful night tomorrow night at the fundraiser.
Yes, it will be phenomenal. And please stay connected. Now, all those links that I did share there, you'll find them also at my Linktree, linktr.ee/Aldwin. Check out Linktree/Aldwin. All the links there of everything we've just mentioned is all in there. And definitely check out the documentaries in the Conscious Community Global Facebook group. They will blow your mind. Blow your mind. And thanks once again to all of our performers. And a shout out to Alana Fitzgerald, a shout out to Hanky Panky Band, the Fiddly Gigglers, us, Bobby Running Fox, ABBA Tribute Experience, Glenn Barry, Janice Burt, and all our comedians, Jade Lucas, Denzo, Cleo Sullivan, Dean Sheeran, and Johnny Winter, as well as Darren Vasallo has come on board to do the video. Thank you so much. Love your work. Sending you all lots of love. Any final words, Miss Tracy Corman?
Let's get ready for a great night tomorrow night.
Yeah, let's rock it. Oh, and there's prizes for the best dressed Christmas outfit, by the way. Best dressed Christmas outfit. So come in your Christmas gear if you want to jazz it up a bit, okay? So it's a Christmas extravaganza. Come dressed in Christmas blingy bling, okay? Blingy bling.
It'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It'll be very, very cool. Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you there for those who can join us tomorrow night, 7 to 11 p.m. at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters. It is on Marquerie Street, corner of Marquerie Street and Sunshine Boulevard. So for those who know the Lone Star Tavern, it's right next door. It's right in the same complex. Free parking on site. We're in the big Oriana room downstairs, and we're going to have platters of food coming out. You can buy drinks there as well. There's going to be a bar in the function room, and it's going to be fantastic. Cannot wait. Yay. Back to an in-person event. We're going to have so much fun. Thank you for the Christmas trees, our Facebook user. Not sure which Facebook user you are, but thank you so much for the Christmas trees. Really appreciate it. Love your work. In fact, I'm going to give you a little one of these.
Nice work.
Nice work. Very nice for the Christmas trees. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now we're running off to a conscious trivia night here on the Gold Coast. So look forward to that tonight. And thanks to Rubes for putting that together. Big shout out to everyone involved. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please let us know, what did you get out of this live stream today? What's something you've learned today or something? That was Ken. Thank you, Ken. You're a legend. Thank you, Ken. And you got to check out Total Truth Show. It is absolutely awesome. Check it out. And if you want to come on as a guest, we're looking for guests as well. So reach out, send us a private message. Total Truth Show. If you want to share the truth about anything, whatever the truth is to you, we'd love to hear it. Okay, lots of love. Thank you, Tracy. Fiddly Gigglers. Yay, back in the house. Tomorrow night, we'll see you at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters. Limited number of tickets available at the door. Best to get your tickets online if you can on Eventbrite. You can see the promo on Facebook, on Meetup, and on LinkedIn as well. Lots of love. Mwah. And as Margaret Mead says, a small group of thoughtful people can change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has. Do you have any final quotes you'd like to leave us with, Tracy? Any favourite quotes?
No, I think that was a great quote. That's a great
Awesome.
quote. We'll see you there, people.
See you there. Bye.